They spent 2015 binging on government pork, that is, wasting your tax dollars. The watchdog Citizens Against Government Waste tracked top offenders and has now revealed its Porker of the Year, as decided by the public in an online vote. In 2015, Housing and Urban Development Secretary Julian Castro took tough questioning from Republican Blaine Luetkemeyer, who said Castro failed to have a grip on the books in his own agency, which had gotten a $1.7 billion taxpayer bailout.
What is your net income for the 2014? Do you know yet?
I can get you that figure momentarily.
Oh, my God.
I don't have that number in front of me.
You don't know the past due figure of your own book of business today?
I would be glad to get you that figure.
Oh, my gosh.
That helped earn Castro the number 5 spot on the list of top porkers for 2015. Castro claims finances at his beleaguered Federal Housing Administration, or FHA, are among the strongest in its history, with cash reserves going up and delinquencies going down. But Tom Schatz says Castro fell short on oversight. Schatz heads up Citizens Against Government Waste.
So FHA has done a number of things to expose the taxpayers to liability. FHA said, we're going to save $45 billion over 3 years. It costs the taxpayers $15 billion. And Secretary Castro really could not explain much about FHA, which some people think might be the next Fannie and Freddie.
Members of Congress from both parties also made the pork list. Coming in at number 4 is Democrat Frank Pallone of New Jersey. He criticized a Government Accountability Office undercover test of the Obamacare website that revealed security holes. He said the investigators shouldn't have wasted time highlighting difficulties. But the holes allowed fake applicants to qualify and receive $2,500 worth of taxpayer-subsidized health insurance coverage using forged documentation for proof of income or citizenship. Republican Sam Graves of Missouri came in at number 3 for pushing a bill to block some Medicare and Medicaid audits to flag improper payments. He says it's because the audits are drowning hospitals in paperwork. But Schatz says the audits save billions of tax dollars.
He tried to usurp one of the few actions that saves money in Washington. Congressman Graves has pushed legislation that would extend a moratorium on certain kinds of audits. And this is in light of Congress passing several bills to stop improper payments.
And runner-up for the title of Porker of the Year is Veterans Affairs Secretary Robert McDonald at number 2.
This is a department mired in bureaucratic incompetence and corruption. Each major construction project is hundreds of millions of dollars over budget and years behind schedule. That's a problem.
It's not just costly construction. Schatz says McDonald also fell short on leadership in the face of the ongoing VA scandal.
He did not do anything to hold people accountable for literally creating a false list of waiting times for veterans to get into hospitals.
McDonald has said he's working to correct the problems within the VA, but that changes will take time.
I'm working on the future, sir, and I'm going to correct the past, but I'm working on the future because that's what our veterans want.
And the number 1 spot with the title of 2015 Porker of the Year is IRS Commissioner John Koskinen, with an overwhelming 43% of the vote total. Schatz says Koskinen stood out for his hostility to taxpayers and a long litany of incompetence and obstruction as the IRS faced the political targeting scandal.
We take the requirement of IRS employees to be tax compliant very seriously. We hold people accountable even if their mistakes are inadvertent.
Koskinen also allegedly stonewalled congressional investigations into the mysterious destruction of tens of thousands of subpoenaed emails.
He was such an obstructionist that eventually the chairman of the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, Jason Chaffetz of Utah, introduced articles of impeachment against Commissioner Koskinen.
Koskinen has testified he's taken every step to respond to Congress and hold IRS employees accountable. Schatz says it's up to Congress to prevent taxpayer abuse by pressing for more oversight and transparency.
These are not political issues. These are genuine abuses of the taxpayers' money. And Congress is unfortunately more reactive than proactive. Taxpayers need to get them to do what's necessary to stop the waste in Washington.
Citizens Against Government Waste has already started compiling its list of contenders for the 2016 Porker of the Year. Still ahead on Full Measure, a look ahead in Cologne, Germany, where young women talk to us about immigrants and what's being called the rape game.